Carlin. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so bad with names today. I don't know.
It's okay.
It's been a long day. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Hey, we're back again to Experience Pints at Memphis Comic Expo 2015. We've had a good time so far. Aaron's been sweated over here by the Joker about 1,000 times. It's okay. He loves you.
Yeah, it seems
I
like
have
it.
Carlin right now. Carlin,
Joker love is a bad thing, dude.
that makeup just goes everywhere.
Wow.
Carlin, so I have you sitting here. I don't know why. So what do you do, man? So
What do I do?
What do you do?
I do a little bit of everything, man.
Tell me the life story. No,
In my real life, man, I'm like an educated CPA dude. But in my childhood, in my life, I watched the moon landings and became hooked as a sci-fi guy. And now I'm on the board for a convention group, and I've been a geek all my life.
you actually watched the moon landings?
Yeah,
Yes, you got to see 'em?
my dad woke me up as a 3-year-old baby to watch the moon landings.
That is
That's awesome.
amazing. Wow.
So yes, I can honestly say I watched us walk on the moon, people.
My dad wanted me to tell me that Hulk Hogan just lost to the Ultimate Warrior once. That's something.
Wow.
That even happened when I was at Lob? I just made that up. That doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
Carlin, obviously I grabbed you because you run Mid-South Con, am I correct?
Yeah, I'm one of the guys that
One of
runs
the
it.
guys? How many people are behind the helm of that?
We actually have a board of 13 people, so by
Wow.
no means would I say I personally run the thing, but I have kind of technically become the marketing face of the convention, and we wind up having 40 to 50 volunteers that actually help us run it. So it's a 40 to 50 man crew by the end of the day.
Having volunteers probably really helps benefit that operation.
Oh my gosh, does it ever? We couldn't do it without the volunteers.
How do you find volunteers? Just fans, people who actually enjoyed coming, just
That
decide
and
to sign
sometimes
on to
we
it?
club people over the head on the street and drag them like cavemen.
Oh, that's
Wow.
one way of doing it. That's one way of doing it. I hate to cut
That's
away
being
from our conversation.
voluntold.
I hate to wake up from a car, but there's a gorilla being chased with a stormtrooper in handcuffs.
Wow.
It's a Planet of the Apes stormtrooper under prison guard.
That's
awesome. I didn't mean to cut away, but
that was a baby
needed
Wookiee,
attention.
maybe.
No, it's a baby Wookiee.
It might have been a baby
Really,
Wookiee.
really good suntan. Carlin, so Mid-South Con. It's 34. Does that mean it's 34
We have
cons?
done 34 years for this
34
convention.
years, actually.
34 years.
Wow. So this is like the most. Is this the oldest?
It's the oldest running convention in the region.
Wow.
So yeah, I hate to say it, we're the grandpas.
It's not always a bad thing in this regard.
Yeah, I mean, people, I'm the old cool uncle that people maybe, if I'm lucky,
Not to be confused with the old drunk uncle.
Yes, I'm not the old drunk. Well, it depends on the quality of the beer. But to be quite honest, my view on this whole thing is it's my job as one of the older leaders in the convention community to make sure that the next generation has been brought in and shown how things are working.
Yeah.
Because one day I'm not going to be able to run this, and the next generation has to step forward so that Mid-South Con makes it another 30 years and goes to 60 or 70 years.
So have you gone out of your way to look for that next person?
Oh, yeah.
You kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
setting them up to take your place one day.
I am always looking for if there's a fledgling geek out there that wants to say, I want to volunteer time, I want to work on programming or anything, I'm more than willing to help train them. More than willing.
Yeah, I can imagine the volunteers being the ideal person to look for, somebody who actually would dedicate their free time for no money, just the pure joy and the pure dedication to something like the Mid-South Con.
Well, I mean, and I'll say this. I mean, and once again, I'm dating myself heavily here.
You already did that with the moon landing.
My first,
You're good.
My first anime that I watched as a child was Star Blazers. Okay.
Star Blazer.
So yes, Star Blazers, and because of the new generation of anime characters, I've learned about new shows that I've equally enjoyed. I mean, right now Titans is an incredible show.
Attack on Titan.
The Attack on
Yeah.
Titan.
Yes,
That's incredible.
I like the
And-
show's good, but man, the manga is just fantastic. I
Is
read
that
all
being
of
taken to are they doing like a real life version?
Yes,
Is
they're
that,
going to
that's
do a
happening?
movie. They are doing a movie.
That's cool.
And I mean,
Live action,
Sword
that's
Art
the word.
Online was a great one.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of that. I have
And,
not yet checked that out. As an anime guy, I've fallen off over the past
And
few years.
I'm blanking out on the name. The Space Cowboy. It was kind of like Firefly in space.
Oh man, I know what you're talking about. I don't know it.
It runs
like I
on
said,
Toonami all the time.
Cowboy
It's all
Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Okay.
Cowboy Bebop.
I was thinking
is-
Outlaw Star.
No, Cowboy
Cowboy
Bebop
Bebop.
is great stuff.
Yes. I
Samurai
call
Champloo?
a lot of that. This is
Samurai
our
Champloo?
anime guy right
Oh
here.
yeah.
This man's a big anime fan. There we go. Get some love all around here. So Mid-South Con. Well, what's obviously Memphis Comic Expo is obviously a comic expo. You get a lot of other things here too, but at Mid-South Con, what's the main draw?
Okay, well, when Mid-South Con started, it was a literary convention at its core, and it still is at its core a literary convention. But over time, we have expanded tracks. When I joined the convention group in 2000, I personally sponsored the comics tracks.
Awesome.
I mean, it was me that was getting people together to get a sponsorship so we could cover the airfare in the room of the comics guests when we came in, because we had to prove that the track would survive. And once we did that, then the con took it all over, and I didn't have to foot any bills anymore. But every year we've looked at doing new things. I mean, we tend to rotate some. Just this year, we typically have an author guest of honor. We always have an artist guest of honor. We have a gaming guest of honor. A couple years ago we added, because of the literary aspect of the convention, we actually have a writer's workshop that runs through part of our literary track. So if you're a fledgling writer and want to get experience on how to write your plot lines, there's actual writing courses built into our program tracks. And in line with that, a couple of years ago, we started bringing in editor guest of honors. And we always have a science guest of honor. And thanks to my efforts over time, we now have a yearly comics guest.
Awesome.
And then we tend to rotate periodically, and some years we'll have a costuming, and then other years we'll have a media guest.
Awesome.
Huh.
So yeah, I mean, we're full multi-genre.
What would it entail in the media, I guess? Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, last year we had Santiago Aurelio come in, who was on The Walking Dead.
Oh, right. The name. Who was he on The Walking Dead? Who?
Santiago. It was Santiago Cirillo,
Okay. All right.
and he was one of the players. He's one of the prison guys, and he wound up basically getting shot in the back by the governor during
Okay.
the big.
He's
the
nodding.
big- yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And Santiago is a great guy.
Okay.
I actually saw a post on Facebook. He's trying out for another TV gig, and he got it. So
Awesome.
he's
Good for
getting
him.
ready. He's getting ready to go do some filming in Atlanta. So go, Santiago. You're my buddy.
So if we were to go to Mid-South
Hoorah.
Con, we would meet people like Santiago, meet people
Sure.
from all over. Like
Yeah,
you seem to
exactly.
have a broad palette here. A lot of things to choose
Yeah.
from.
Well, I mean, let me tell you about this year. For 34, my writer guest of honor is Christy Golden. She is a Star Wars writer, New York Best Time seller.
Awesome.
Ann Stokes you've seen our little push cards. There you go, guys. For your push card. She is a horror artist, and she's highly acclaimed. Grant Wilson is our gaming guest of honor, and he is with the Rather Dashing Games.
Okay. So there's a game developers.
Game developers,
That's cool.
yes.
That's really cool.
And then for our editor guest of honor, Patrick and Teresa Hayden, they are the senior editors for Tor Publishing.
Oh wow.
Who,
That's
if
a big gift.
you've been paying attention to anything on Facebook lately, there's been a lot of press about Tor just issuing over a $3 million contract for the next 13 books for John Scalzi. So Tor is the publisher of major names in the science fiction field.
Yeah, Tor is
Tor's a
buddy,
big dog.
Every book he's into happens to come
Yeah.
from Tor. Like Tor's a really big
So
name. It's come up over the years.
we have the two senior editors of Tor coming.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's really
major publisher. So yeah, if you want to talk about your writing craft, you're definitely going to go hit these guys up.
So this year's kind of a focus on writing.
Well, no,
just
I'm
in
just saying.
general?
Well, but they're going to be here, and
Okay, I see what
that's a
you're
big
saying.
thing.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, that is a big
If you had a desire, they're here. You need to go talk to them and say, how do I go about this whole? process.
Are there panels here at the?
Oh yeah, we have
Yeah,
over.
okay, that's really cool. Actually,
We have over 100 panelists. We'll have over 200 hours of programming. We run 24-hour gaming.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
so
mean-
you guys got like an area sectioned off where people just play video games the
Oh
whole
yeah,
time?
we got some video gaming.
Yeah.
We got video gaming. We got board gaming. We got it all going on. I mean, my science guest this year is Dr. Lionel Cruz. He's an astrophysicist from UT Martin. So he's coming in. Boom, blow
Yeah,
your brain
wow,
on that
that's
one.
awesome, man.
He's coming in to handle our science track. My comics guest of honor is Bob McLeod. Sorry, Bob. Bob McLeod.
Sorry about
Sorry,
He is the
Bob.
co-creator of the New Mutants.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
and he's been around for a while, so he's done everything from Star Wars to Marvel and DC.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
And, so that's kind of my lineup, but it gives you an idea of the breadth of the convention. Along with that, all the conventions in Memphis have a different feel. And while you want me to toot my Memphis horn for a minute to tout the great talents and things
Absolutely.
about Memphis?
Toot that horn
Okay.
away.
Toot that
Well, I'm going to give you guys a test.
Play
since I'm the
revelry with
old
that
guy.
horn.
Let me give you guys a test. January. What convention's in January?
The moon landing.
ShadowCon.
Oh, ShadowCon. Yeah. I saw that.
ShadowCon is in January. So the SCA guys, they're going to get out there and beat on each other with armor.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
ShadowCon's in January. In March, you got my convention, Mid-South Con. Woo, woo. Okay?
That horn going.
Yeah. Now, we roll on into June. What do we got? Memphis Comics Expo.
Hey,
Yeah.
last year was September. I think is this
Yeah,
gonna
well,
be this year's
he's
me
moving it to June.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
good.
So in
It's-
June,
That makes
you got,
more sense.
You got Memphis Comics Expo. In July, you got Anime Blue.
Anime
know
Blues
about
is a
that
very
one.
popular one.
Yeah.
Yes.
After that, you go into August. We got a new game expo coming up.
Oh wow. We
The
didn't know
video
that.
game. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
There's
were
a new
looking at
game
it.
expo.
It's awesome.
I don't remember things
Oh, I'm sorry.
when you tell me them.
Video game
Then you got a little bit of a lull in September, but in October you got the zombie walk.
Right. You do. That's right.
Brr.
Gotta make it realistic. You gotta rip my neck off.
But then after you get out of October, you come around to November and you got Memphis Comics and Fantasy.
I didn't even know about that one actually.
Well, they're right over there next to my table.
I need to go talk to them.
You need to hit Joe. Actually, Joe Thordison, who started Memphis Comics and Fantasy, used to be a dealer at MyCon, got the bug.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's a great guy. You need to go talk to Joe about his con
I
because
definitely
he's actually bringing in Q from Star Trek. John
Really?
Delancey is his headline guest in November. He's bringing in Q, and also Q plays. He plays the voice of one of the ponies. I believe it's. I'm not a big pony guy, but for the people that are into ponies, John Delancey's coming
Awesome.
in November.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And then you get into December. Nobody wants to compete with Christmas, but we're right back to January with ShadowCon.
Yeah, yeah,
You
so
got,
it's- yeah.
you got
Full circle.
I just named off 7 events, major events that are going to be taking place from a geek aspect in the course of 1 year. So basically, every 2 months you can get your geek on, and on top of that, you've got places like Sophisticated Nerding. You got and then you just got guys like me who we just get together and do geeky stuff.
Yeah, and all that empty time, like in December, you got to experience finds to listen to people talk about video games, nerd
Yeah.
stuff, basically.
It's got to happen.
Yeah, I don't know who those guys are.
I have
It
no
sounds like
idea.
a really good time.
Yeah.
Man, Mid-South Con is like a great thing, and I plan on going this time around. I'm actually new to the whole expo scene. Like it's a
Okay.
thing that never really, I never did. I always wanted to. Finally bit the bullet. Got a booth here last year, and ever since then, I've gotten I want to see more. I want to learn more about this city and what the city has to offer. I mean,
Well-
this is a sample size, and I know every other con would have different
The,
draws.
the fact of the matter is that you if you look at what Memphis has as far as a fan community base,
Yeah.
we're running 7 different events and a bunch of other little side things. You are blessed in Memphis with a highly active fan base.
And it's surprising. It's
And actually, I mean, you look around Memphis right now. The Brooks Museum They
Yep,
are running.
they're doing a video
They
game
have a
thing today.
Smithsonian exhibit on the history of gaming.
Is that this weekend, actually?
Yeah,
It's actually
it's
started today.
Yeah, okay,
It started
tomorrow.
today.
Yeah.
The Pink Palace is going to be running. They are running Superman for the next couple weekends.
Really? I didn't know.
Yes, they are getting ready to start, I believe, later this summer, a science fiction film series on the IMAX.
That is awesome. I saw that actually earlier. Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I mean, I've said for a while it'd be really good for our IMAX to actually show regular movies. And
And then on top of that, I mean, you got all kinds of. I mean, to go outside of the geek cycle. I've got a small child. Last weekend was National Train Day. I got to take her down to Central Station and goof around with trains all afternoon.
I've got an 8-year-old myself, and I took him a few years back up to Nashville just to go to Thomas's Day Out.
Yeah,
because Thomas Train, that's the train. That's the main train. That guy.
Nashville also, aside from the geeky stuff, Nashville also has a Polar Express for Christmas.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
I have a photo of me online eating or attempting to eat my daughter's giant stuffed gingerbread man. Yeah.
Man, any last words? You want to push your?
Oh man, Mid-South Con. It's we're on our 34th year, and it's going to be March 18th through the 20th in 2016. And we've got a great lineup. Go to our website, www.midsouthcon.org.
Which I don't know how he's going to pan it out, but I'm going to do it this way. It's be right here over our faces. Apparently, because I can't do it too low. I don't know. Man, it's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me.
I guess one bit of information we probably should put out there is where is the Mid-South Con at?
Oh, well, sure. It's the East Memphis Hilton.
There we go. You mean East Memphis Hilton.
Yes, you want to be at the East Memphis Hilton.
If I was curious to find out about where it is, who's going to be on there, I just go to midsouthcon.org.
You got
That's it. Man, Carlin, it's been a great time with you, man. I appreciate it.
Mid-South Con, blow the dust out of your cartridge and be there.
That's a good one.
Ooh, I like that.
That's a good one. He's had bad ones all day. That's a good one.
That's what I do.
Kind of wish I did that now. Thanks.
All right.
Podcast on.